Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. This is your average guy, John Corelli. This is episode 184, I think. Somewhere like that. I don't know, I'll get it straightened out. It's kind of funny if it is 184 because I was just listening to some Run DMC from 1984. Actually, I was listening to their first album, which was actually produced in 1983, but by the time I discovered it, it was 1984, and it was the very first rap song I ever heard called 30 Days. It was on an old AM station called KDKO, which I think still exists here in Denver, and I think they still play a lot of hip hop, but I'm not sure about that. But I've talked about this before, and that's one of my magical moments. I was just re-listening to that album. I don't have it, but it's luckily I just listened to the whole album on YouTube, so it was a lot of fun. Needed to get to a good place today because I'm finding, you find out about yourself on these little journeys, especially the journey I'm going on helping my father. I'm finding out I'm not nearly as patient of a person as I thought I was. Guy, I mean, it's just frustrating. We were only up there for 2 hours today. And by the way, this is probably going to turn into, see how this says Twisted and Sweet? I don't know if you can read that. It was Twisted and Sweet. A gift from the woman that broke up my marriage. Here's to you, Tina. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to get a little off course and talk about that real quick, by the way. I don't know how I started thinking about her, but I've been thinking about a lot. I know how. To go back to my father and how it's hard for us as humans, at least this human, to control himself, not go from being nice and zenned out and calmed down to fucking furious in like a matter of seconds. It's a personality trait I wish I could change. I'm always trying to change, but it's a problem. I mean, I haven't been in a fist fight since I was 19, so that's good. At least it's never gotten to that. But I've gotten a lot of screaming matches and semi-road rage type of incidents, and it's something that I'm not proud of and something I want to continue to work on. But I think a lot of it comes about from dealing with people that I have to deal with. My dad. And then eating shit there for 2 hours and then having to get on the road, a road full of, often, not always, just a few. It just takes a few assholes to ruin your day. It just takes one often to ruin your hour. And that's what happened. It's kind of a funny story, but I'm going to bounce back and forth. Back to this. This is what it feels like me as a human, and probably many of you, especially men. I think women are just better creatures. Maybe we need to all lose the testosterone. Ladies, you do better than us. I think generally you're not perfect people, obviously, but you don't seem to have the rage and the anger and the violence that we have. And I wish I could summon that more often. My inner, I don't know, inner female, for lack of a better term. It's something that's plagued me my whole life. I think it's plagued a lot of men from my generation, especially baby boomers, their whole lives. God forbid you. Bill Burr did a great bit on it once. God forbid you laugh at a joke or smile at a puppy or just get excited about anything in a way that's not considered masculine, or you're going to get called a fag, right? That's kind of my generation, the generation that raised me. That's what being a man was. And so trying to get more in tune with my inner self and just my softer self and being okay with that, but it's difficult when you've been trained by generally society. I'm going to blame society, parents a little bit. They're part of society, and myself, for defining what a man is and how we go about it. But so I wanted to hit upon the inner turmoil. There's a reason I have this. I showed this a few times ago, and I'm not bragging. Those are the old girlfriend's initials too, so she's responsible for this. But I realized today, those are a couple things that have a lot in common. Twisted and Sweet, yin and yang. It's this, man. It's always going on in here and in here, and that's what I'm trying to work on. Nobody can be Dalai Lama and be calm all the time and approach every situation reasonably, and I think I'm pretty good most of the time, considering the frustrations I have in my life, considering I work with special needs people, considering I have to often work with some of the adults who work with those special needs people, who some are great, some aren't. I have a special need kid of my own. That can be frustrating. Generally, Dante's great. I have a 16-year-old. He's generally great. I'm very fortunate. This thing with my father, though, is making me crazy. And it's really making me look in the mirror, literally right now, and try to figure out what type of person I am, how patient can I be, and how do I get to a better place, not only for myself and my kids, because they are still seeing my example. I mean, I've pretty much raised them. I mean, I think Louis C.K. put it best when he said his daughter was 7. And he's like, I've done all I can for her or to her at this point. He said, I'm just a fat landlord now. And that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm just a fat landlord. I'm lucky. I've got 2 great roommates. They seem to like me, but that's all I am right now. I'm taking care of them in a general sense, but I'm not, they're good. They are molded, they're made, they are men, they are grown-ups, whatever you want to call them. They're fully formed human beings, even if you make the argument that their brains may not be developed until they're 23, 25, whatever the latest data is. At 16, you're pretty much who you are, I think, for the most part. You can still make changes, I believe in that, or I wouldn't be talking the way I am right now about needing to change. But at 16, I think you're on your path, pretty much. So, how did I start talking about this? Well, here's the deal. So I went to my dad's house. I was there for 2 hours. My Logan went with me, as he always does, and we were there from about 1:30 to 3:30. Here's what we accomplished in 2 hours. And by the way, it doesn't take too long, but it takes like between 20 and 30 minutes to get up there. So round trip is anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. That's time I don't get back. That's time I don't enjoy either. I do not like driving in traffic. I just don't. I don't think anybody does, but I have a really low tolerance for bullshit on these roads. I try to do my best out there, and I'll get to that in a minute. But so yeah, 2 hours, you know what we got accomplished? We washed and vacuumed the car that he's trying to sell. Now, a little frustrating. He's had this car sitting in his garage for about 3 years now. It's a 2017. He bought it in 2018, and it was like a year old, and he just got super lucky. It has like less than 1,000 miles on it. I think it was a rental car for like, I don't know, a couple months. And then he bought it. He got a really good price on it. And then all of a sudden his health started getting really terrible, and he got into some dispute with the owners as far as the paperwork. I don't know. My dad's always slipping and sliding, so who knows the details of this? He won't. Certainly won't tell his son, who he doesn't trust, because he doesn't trust anybody. And so it was sitting there, and now as we know, he has to get out in a month and a half, and he has to sell this car. So we were making it pretty. It was covered in dust, just covered in years of dust. I mean, to his credit, he had been taking care of it, filling the tires, moving the car periodically so the tires wouldn't get worn out, running the engine, keeping the battery charged, and so forth. So to his credit, he kept it in really good shape. Having said that, it would have been nice if maybe he would offer the car to me either for free or a lower price, because I'm his kid, and he has a grandkid who's, what is his age again? 16, driving age. Wouldn't that have been nice? But be that as it may, the main point I'm getting at is it took it because of his, once again, and this is just disrespect is all it is. It's disrespect for everybody, though. He does it to everybody. I'm realizing it's not just about me, so that's helpful. He said, it's about, I mean, the process. I'll put on, everything is step by step. Like I've said earlier, he talks to you like you're a dog. Step by step, simple instructions. Okay, get out the hose. Okay, it's out. What do you want me to do? Put that nozzle on. Yeah, got it. Come on, let's go. What do we got? How many settings does it have? 7. Which one do you want it on? And all of this, and then he backs out the car. And I have to get a blower out, because this has to be blown dry, right? Yeah, welcome to my world, guys. That's what has to happen with this car to get it ready for a sale. We can't just wipe it down with some ShamWows that he has in the garage. Tons of them, by the way. Can't just do that. That's not good enough. And it's just him micromanaging me and Logan for 2 hours. At the end of the 2 hours, he's too tired to do anything else because his health is so poor. If it were a normal world, we could go down to the basement and work on some shit, or Logan could while I help my dad with the car, or vice versa. Nope, because the micromanaging control freak is in full effect. I could totally just do stuff, but I don't want to show him that kind of disrespect. So I just today I did take a tack that I think helped me a little bit. Instead of just saying stuff or responding to him treating me like I'm 8, I just started I just shake my head. And the good thing is, if he asks, what are you shaking your head for? I do actually have a neck problem that I've been dealing with, so I'm going to say that. Oh, my neck hurts. It's hurting me. I got to do this. It's the only way to relieve it. So what did this lead to? And sometimes, I was talking about weight loss the other day. I think sometimes I do stress eat, and that may be due to my upbringing, and he may have something to do with it, maybe not. And the other thing is the road rage that ended up happening. So we were coming back from Thornton. Hi, Mom. That's my mom over there. We're coming back from Thornton, and I'm merging, like you do, to get on the highway. And this guy decides it's a good idea to go from the middle lane into the right lane, right where I'm merging. And so I have to make a decision, either to speed up or slow down. I sped up, and he took that as some offense, and he rode my ass for about the next minute or two. We were only doing like 30 or 40 miles an hour, and he got off in the next exit. And I just kind of snapped. and we're flipping each other off because I wanted to brake check him, but I didn't want. Logan's in the car, and so I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm not going to brake. I probably wouldn't anyway, but I wasn't going to brake check him because he was just like probably a yard off my bumper. He was just being a fucking dickhead in his dumb yellow bumblebee-looking truck. And but after a while, so he gets off. He does this swerve around me like he's all pissed as he gets off on his exit, and I just flipped him off, and he slowed down like he's going to do something. I'm like, fuck it. I was just in fuck it mode, so I rolled down Logan's window. I flipped him off. I go, come on and get some, motherfucker. And then as he drove off, I flipped him off one last time. I said, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Now, this is where this temper gets me in trouble. Logan just started laughing, and I was glad he did. I was like, what? And he's like, there was like a group of 8 people doing some surveying or something, or a field trip or something. They were young. I was like, younger than you, like little kids? He's like, no, like college age or something. They looked like they were doing some sort of project. And I hope they didn't think you were screaming that at them. I was like, God damn it. God damn it. I hope not too. So there's the twisted and sweet for the day. Sweet to my dad, twisted to those poor people on the hill by the exit at Thornton Parkway and I-25, approximately 3:30 this afternoon. I apologize to you, and I apologize to you guys for going a little long on this. It was babbling. That's all I got lately. I might start doing some more nut jobbery type of videos, maybe something to get me out of this funk. But trying to go to a good place. I'm glad you guys are coming with me. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.